Okay, y'all, we're gonna get started. You can find your way in a comfortable seat, either on your heels or cross-legged. And when you find a comfortable seat, you can close the eyes and you can focus on the up and down of your spine. Notice the parts of your spine going up, the parts of your spine going down. See where the lightness, the weightlessness can be found going up, and where the weightedness, the gravity can be found going down. You can imagine you had an up and down arrow, and the spine was able to traction along that line. Allow the face to stay relaxed, the spine, the bones, they stay stacked. There might be a light smile on the face, almost undetectable. An intentional effort for peace here. Allowing for that length in the spine, the imaginary arrows, allowing for that light smile, almost undetectable. It's allowing for a little bit of easiness to encase your practice. We know that our peaceful state is temporary, yet we build it up as if we could live there forever all the same. We can allow so many experiences for our day. The one thing to not do is to not let anyone take away your peace. If any sensations in the body try to take away from your peace, allow them to stop. If you feel any sensations creeping on you like a tiny ant, allow the senses to stop. It's in stopping the senses that we add a little bit of fight for our peace. There's a little bit of fight for our peace so that things can stay simple. And the spine and the light smile on the face, almost undetectable, the movement of your breath. Allow that space in your forehead to be bright, the space between the eyebrows, third eye center. Think of it as the sun that's behind the clouds. Take a big breath in, pull it up to that space between the eyes. And take a big breath out. Shine that light to that space. Release the vibration of fear. Allow joy to take that space. Take a big breath in. And exhale to let it go. Good. You can drop your head to the right. Roll it in a little half circle from your chin to chest to opposite shoulder. Drop it back behind your head. Again, rolling it from shoulder to shoulder. Let it come back to center. Take a big breath in. And then exhale to let it go. Turn your head to your left. Again, drop the chin. Roll it from one shoulder to the next. Drop it back behind you. Shoulder to shoulder. Come back to center at your time. Take a moment to appreciate how much you've grown in these past 6 months. Imagine how much more you have to grow in these last 5 or 4 months. So open the eyes, interlace your fingers, push your palms up to the sky, stretch. Really wiggle the shoulders up towards your ears, lift out of your low spine. One more inhale, one more exhale. Bring your hands to your knees, and we're gonna snap the belly out through the nostrils. The belly goes in and out, in and out. We'll go for about 30 seconds. If you get tired, just try to come back into it when you can. Shush out the breath with an SH sound. Inhale, fill up halfway to prepare. Let's begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. And exhale, let it go. Imagine your mind was floating. Do less from the eyebrows up. You might have a little sway in the body. If you like, you can keep the eyes closed and move intuitively. We're going to come into a tabletop position, hands and knees to the mat. Space out through the fingertips. Push through the knuckles, look up for your cow pose, arch your spine. Curl your spine in for cat pose. Chin towards your chest. Again, inhale, lift your chin up for cow pose. And on the exhale, curl it in, round your spine for cat. One more for cow pose. Inhale, look up. On this next exhale, round your spine for cat. Hold it here. Tuck your toes, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Space out through your fingertips. Take an inhale, let your hips lift as high as they can go. Stretch your legs back. Take an exhale, relax your head. Soften your heels towards the mat. Hands spaced out, take an inhale, lift the right leg. On the exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, straighten the right leg once again. And just release it down to the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend your knee, open through the hip. Inhale, stretching the left leg. Exhale, lower it. Come into upper push-up plank, shoulders on top of wrists. Keep pushing through your palms. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, drop your knees to the mat, back into tabletop. Let your hips bump to the left. Let your head go to the right. Just a little side stretch. Stay here for a moment. And then bump the hips to the right. Bring your head to the left. One more inhale here. And the exhale, come back to center. Stretch the stretch the right leg back behind you. Right leg lifted. Reach your left arm forward in front of you. Left arm extended. Wiggle it out through the left fingertips. Wiggle out through the right toes. Keep it light there. Take another inhale. Stretch through your toes. Stretch through your fingertips. And then bring your knee to your elbow. Curl it in. Good. One more time. Inhale, extend your legs. And then bring your knee to your elbow. Curl it in. Good. That was the last one. Take an inhale, extend it. And then just release your hand and knee back to the mat. Take a few cat-cows. Or just tip the body side to side. Same leg, your right leg, just extend it back. It'll stay on the mat. Your right leg just goes straight behind you. Rock the weight a little forward and backwards. Shoulders going forward and backwards. Find that place your shoulders can stack right over the wrist. From there, swing your right arm up towards the ceiling, rolling onto the left hand firmer, reaching up to the sky. Okay, take an inhale to reach your right arm forward towards your wall. Let it frame your face. And then you can come back into tabletop on your next exhale. Hand down, knee down. Extend the left leg long back behind you. And then reach the right arm forward in front of you. Wiggling out through the fingers and toes, rolling through the wrist and ankle. Take an inhale, reach through both points. And then bring your knee to your elbow, curl it in, let it touch. One more time, inhale, extend. And then knee to elbow round. That was the last one. Inhale, extend your arm and leg. And then hand down, knee down. You can turn your fingertips the opposite direction, open to the fronts of the wrists. You can tuck your toes, stretch the ball of the feet. Rock your hips towards your heels, stretch to the wrist. put some pressure on the ball of the feet, or stay here for a few cycles. Think of your shoulders externally rotating so the chest can stay open. It's just subtle. Just shift your weight back forward. Turn the fingertips back forward. And then extend your left leg straight. Left foot stays on the mat. Rock your weight a little front to back. Wave the left arm up to the ceiling, rolling onto that right hand a bit firmer. Reach your left arm forward to frame your face. And really, we'll take an extra moment to breathe into it, because we have the time. We made the time. We'll come back into tabletop, hand down, knee down. From here, you can reach your right arm up to the sky. We'll stay here for an extra breath. If you're into the alignment, try to roll the right hip down. It's gonna square the hips off. It's gonna keep the twist coming from your upper spine. One more inhale. As you exhale, lace your right shoulder to the mat, right ear to the mat. You can reach your left arm forward for some leverage. If you want to test the balance, lift the left leg in the air. Taking that time to figure out the breath. How is the breath going to turn itself through this little maze that you've made? This pretzel you've made, how is the breath going to wrap around it? Figuring it out in the mind, feeling it in the body. Don't get stuck. Let's reverse. Come out the same way. We'll meet back in tabletop. Take the left arm up to the sky. And we'll stay here one more breath. Just kind of feeling your hips. Even if you kind of pull the left hip back, it'll affect the hip squaring off. Good. Take your time. Lace your left shoulder, left ear to the mat. Right fingertips can be used to support your balance. You can float the right leg up. You start to reverse. Absolutely no rush. Just the journey. Nice. Once you're back in tabletop, just give yourself a few cat-cow tilts. Arch, round. You can add any other movements, side to side or front to back. Just take one more big breath in. And on your exhale, down dog. Hips high to the sky. Okay, we're ready to get into it. Let's get into these sun A's. Look forward in front of you. Take a walk to the front of your mat. Forward fold. From there, inhale, half lift, long spine. Nice. Release, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms out, up. And then eventually they can release by your sides. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms back up. On the exhale, reach forward, forward, and down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And on your exhale, release, forward fold. Step back, upper push-up plank. Bring your knees to the mat. Lower all the way down. Untuck the toes for cobra, hips into the mat. Lift through the chest. Child's pose, forehead to the mat. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Come into tabletop, shoulders on top of wrist. Downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Step it through between your hands. Nice. Drop the left knee down to the floor, both arms up. One more inhale. Once you've reached as high as you can, use that exhale to release the hands down to the floor. So we're going to step to the front of the mat. Let your left leg kind of float to get there. Let the left leg lift up and step forward. Release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Good. And until you might bend your knees more. And then bring your fist even more forward, like you're gonna tip a little forward. Yeah. Nice. One more inhale here. It looks good. On the exhale, let the hands release. Just give some room for the neck to release. Inhale, roll yourself up. Arms can come overhead. And then the hands can release by the sides. Take an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. On the exhale, reach forward, forward, and down, forward, forward. Half lift, big breath in. And on the exhale, release, forward fold. Step your legs back. Throughout class, if you want to skip the flow for your shoulders or wrists, you can always go straight to down dog. If you like to take the flow, you can take cobra again, or you can take up dog. All right. Let's meet in down dog for a good breath in. Big full breath in. Fill it up. Make some noise, exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Drop the right knee. Both arms up to the sky. This is Anjaneyasana. This is low lunge. You can trace it back. When you're ready, and it really is a self-exploration, release the hands down to the floor. Look forward, tuck your right toes like you're gonna float. Right leg lifts and steps to the front of the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the spine one more time. Keep them there. Just lift your chest up for a half lift. Inhale. Keep the grip. Exhale, release your spine, fold. Bend your right knee, look over your left shoulder, and try to look all the way over the left shoulder. Yep, 1, 2, that's nice, yep. Fire, great. Opposite side, bend the left knee, look over the right shoulder. So good. Nice, yay. Let's come back to center. Let's keep the hands as they are. Just stand yourself up. Keep bringing the heart forward. Keep pulling the shoulder blades back. Try to keep your chest as it is as you separate the hands and open the palms forward in front of you. Close the eyes. Stand tall. You're powerful. You are mighty. Imagine your heels are plugged into the floor. Electricity up through the spine. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. And on the exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. And with the side, forward fold. You can step back, you could hop back, you could flow. We'll end up in down dog, listening to the body. Good, let's take an inhale, lift the right leg up. Step it through between the hands once again. This time, spiral your back heel down and reach your arms up for warrior one. Keep the shell of the pose from the inside. Just breathe in and breathe out. Imagine you could stuff this shell full of energy, full of breath. Take an inhale, stuff it, and exhale, empty it out. From here, straighten your right leg. Turn your toes to face the side wall. Push your palms into each other. Keep stretching your elbows up, wrist up. You can cross your thumbs so they clasp the hands together. Keep the wrist touching as well. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Suck your belly in and reach forward. Forward, forward, forward until you're going downward. Grab for the outsides of your feet. Gently pull yourself towards the floor. Pause for a moment with all the pulling. Just take an inhale. Take an exhale. And then pull yourself just a little bit more. Keep the grip. Soften the neck one more time just to see what's left over. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release your grip. Turn your right toes back to the front of your mat for warrior one more time. Arms can come up, even reach up, maybe back. Take a little back bend. Release your hands down to the floor. Step back and travel for your flow. Nice. Frank, you might bend your knees like just 2 inches slightly, and this might give you room to tip the hips up, almost like the hips are like a bowl of water running down. Nice. Everyone push your chest towards your thighs, lift the left leg up. Step the left foot through between the hands. Back heel, spiral it down. Reach your arms up, warrior one. Rather than try to reinvent the posture, just be blank. Allow the shell to hold the posture. The breath transient, take an inhale. Take an exhale. Give yourself a vibrational breath. Something that feels like a or a or a ah. Straighten through the left leg. Turn the left toes. Push your palms together one more again. Give it one more inhale. Hold your breath at the top. As you exhale, reach forward, 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 and downward. Bring your right hand towards your left foot. Take your left arm, wrap it behind your back. Try to grab your right thigh behind you. Keep the head relaxed for this one. Take an inhale, keep lifting from your kneecaps, engage your quads. And as you exhale, release. Bring the left hand towards the right foot. Swing your right arm behind your back. Try to grab your left eye. For this one, the head can stay relaxed. One more inhale. On the exhale, release. Turn the left toes back to the front of the mat for your warrior one. Left knee low, reach your arms up, maybe even back. You can take it down into your flow. Go ahead, walk to the front of your mat. Swing yourself up, or sway yourself up, roll yourself up. Arms can come overhead when you're at the top. And then again, hands can come by the sides. We'll prep for tree pose. Start by bringing your right knee up towards your chest and give it a good squeeze. It would seem like the focus is the right leg because we're holding it, But a lot of it's really the left leg. That's the one we're standing on. It's the foundation. Your left hand can come to your left hip. Let your right hip swing open. If you feel like you're leaning a little to the left, I know I am a little bit. I'm gonna try to push my left hip towards the right, try to square it back off. Good. From here, grab for that right ankle, right foot, and place it like a little nook. You can go above or below the knee. Because again, a lot of it's really focusing on the left leg. That's the foundation. The benefit of the right hip, it gets to open up. There's some space to grow there. And the yogi's choice for the hands, whatever feels like comfortable. And then maybe move out of your comfort zone, close the eyes, or look up towards the ceiling, maybe both. I don't know if anybody else fell, but I did. Let's try again. And then just kind of remembering the best of that pose. Release it, come back in the mountain. Both feet can come back to the floor. You can shake out whatever you need to shake out. Pick the left knee up towards the chest. Sometimes we get good at following the movements. The breath might be the last thing that comes. So you have the movement. Just think about how that inhale can move in close. See if you can stay close as you exhale. Right hand on the right hip. Bring the left knee out. Let's bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. You can have the arms in a way that feels comfortable. I was reading a book about courage, and the author was saying you're always going to have a little bit of insecurity when you're being courageous. If you think about security like a prison secure, you want to break out of some of the things that may bind you. It doesn't have to be discomfort, right? But it can be growth. Just give it one, maybe two more cycles of breath. ready to, start to release. Good. Once you're back in mountain pose, just kind of feel the feet on the floor. Look at the toes. Let them space themselves out. They got you all day. Chin a little off the throat, just in that mountain pose. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Reach the right arm up to the sky and stretch yourself over, a little side bend. Bump the left hip into the right. Let yourself fall the arm the opposite way. Bring yourself back up. Opposite side. Right hand to right hip. Stretching over to the right. You might find your physical limit is like met. And then if you take a breath, you can expand that limit. It's temporary. As an exhale, it softens that boundary one more time. Bring yourself back up to center. This one with the eyes closed, both hands on your hips. Start off with small circles. We'll start, I'll say counterclockwise. If you're into like the chakra system and using pendulums and things like that, you might know that when your chakras are spinning correctly, they're spinning clockwise. So let's take the hips clockwise. Let's just start to spin it back in place. Imagine you are circling all your energy in a proper direction. This can be sensed from your pelvic floor, the very root, to your navel. You can go to your heart. You can go to your throat. That space between the eyebrows. Imagine you were almost just making a tornado. This circle was going all the way out the crown of the head. You can bring your arms up, but keep the hips moving. Maybe bigger circles. The feet are supporting here, allowing you to go to the edge on each side. Good, let's take an inhale, slowly reach up and back. Next time you're in the center, a little back bend. Or go all the way down into forward fold. On your next inhale, half lift. Nice, release, forward fold. You can step or hop back, travel for your flow. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Let's come into it for half pigeon. Bring your right knee wider than your torso. Left leg is to slide long. You can even take a little back bend here, lifting the chin up, letting the hips settle. Let it be gradual, each breath, bringing yourself a little closer to the ground. It's a good reason we call this practice. This is the setup for other greater things in our day. I mean, we are great, of course, This keep us in that space, that great space. Give yourself a big breath in. Make some noise, let it go. It's okay if you still have a little bit holding on. Don't get fixated on what you haven't done. The things you have done, they're probably not even like making noise. Sometimes we forget if it's working well, we shouldn't hear from it. It shouldn't be bothering us. So if you find that one or two parts of you that hold on, that's okay. We'll take another breath in. Another breath out. Gradually bring yourself up. Chest lifts. Step the right leg back. Once ready, you can move through your flow. Take your time, gradually bring yourself up. You can travel for a flow. We'll meet on the other side. It's no rush to get there. If there's ever any turbulence, you have your North Star. You know that it's about the breath and the movement of your breath. Sometimes I think life goes out of its way to not be perfect, right? Even if you have like a perfect moment, there sometimes that one last thing, almost like it's life's reminder to keep going. Allow your breath to fill an imperfect place. A faint smile for your practice, almost undetectable. When you're ready to bring it up, take the long route there. If you like to take a flow, take a flow. We'll end up meeting in tabletop all together. So however you want to get there. Ten cycles of breath. Neutral spine. Active through the hands. No collapse. Relaxed face. Eyes closed. Eyes rolling up to the third eye point. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands to your lower back. Camel pose. Lift your chin up, relax your head, take a little back bend. Heads up, we're gonna hold this camel pose for a little bit. So you can take like small sips of air as you go. The deeper you get into the back bend, the more it'll be like just sipping the air, like filling 20% of the body with your breath. One more breath. Bring yourself up steady. Hips to your heels or cross-legged alternatively. Take a big breath in, choosing life, and exhale, release. From here, turn yourself around, come to lie down on your back for Shavasana. There's a thin line of contact between your body and the floor. Sense it. There's a thin line of contact between your skin and the air molecules around it. Your body is porous. There are trillions of tiny spaces in between every part of the body. The prana, life force, energy that is in the breath effortlessly moves through these points of contact. Take one lasting breath here. And then we can meet the same way we started in a seated position. Thank you for coming here today and sharing your time and practice. I never get tired of saying it. Fridays are so fun for me, having everyone here. Hopefully, something we're doing is supportive to the rest of your week. If you have any questions, want to reach out. If you ever want to get the link to the pre-recorded classes, if you can't make class, if there's anything I can do to help keep being a part of your wellness experience, just let me know. Until next time, everyone, namaste.